The small town of Ravenswood was never the same after the night the children disappeared. It was a typical summer evening, with the sun setting over the horizon and the crickets chirping in the fields. The children had been playing in the woods, exploring the old, abandoned mine that had been closed for decades. But as the night drew to a close, the children failed to return home. Their parents, frantic with worry, formed a search party and combed the woods, calling out their children's names. But there was only silence. As the days went by, the town became gripped with fear. People began to whisper about an ancient evil that lurked in the woods, a creature that preyed on the innocent. Some said they saw shadowy figures lurking in the trees, while others heard strange noises in the dead of night. One brave soul, a young woman named Sarah, decided to investigate the mine. She had always been curious, and she felt a sense of responsibility to uncover the truth. As she made her way deeper into the mine, she began to feel a creeping sense of dread. The air was thick with the scent of decay, and the walls seemed to press in on her. Suddenly, she heard a faint whispering in her ear. It was a soft, raspy voice, and it seemed to be coming from all around her. "Get out while you still can," it whispered. Sarah spun around, but there was no one there. She tried to shake off the feeling of fear, telling herself it was just the wind. But the voice grew louder, more urgent. "Leave now, while you still can." Sarah tried to run, but her feet felt heavy, as if they were stuck in place. The voice grew louder, more menacing. "You shouldn't have come here," it hissed. "Now you'll never leave." And with that, the mine was plunged into darkness. Sarah was trapped, alone and frightened. She stumbled through the darkness, trying to find a way out. But the mine seemed to shift and twist around her, like a living thing. As she stumbled through the darkness, Sarah began to realize that she was not alone. She could hear footsteps echoing through the mine, heavy and deliberate. They were coming closer, closer. And then, a hand reached out of the darkness and grabbed her. Sarah screamed, but her voice was drowned out by the sound of her own heart pounding in her ears. She was dragged deeper into the mine, deeper into the darkness. When the search party finally found Sarah, she was curled up in a ball, her eyes wide with fear. She never spoke of what happened in that mine, but the look in her eyes told a story of horror and terror. The town of Ravenswood was never the same after that. The mine was sealed off, and the woods were avoided by all. But the legend of the mine lived on, passed down from generation to generation. It was a cautionary tale, a reminder of the horrors that lurked in the darkness. Years went by, and the legend faded into myth. But the mine remained, a haunted monument to the terror that lay within. And every now and then, a brave soul would venture into the mine, seeking thrills and chills. But they never returned, and the mine remained, a haunted and terrifying place, forever shrouded in darkness and fear.